Hey guys, it is Danny from Stampin' Side by Side, which is stampin'sidebyside.blogspot.com. Just wanted to show you how to put this card together. I give assembly directions on my blog, but sometimes it's a little confusing. So I want to put this card actually together for you. So this is the card. Let me get this other light on. This is the card that is on my blog. That is the inside. I am going to actually show you this card in a different color, and my fold is going to be a regular open card and not the long open. But either way, you can cut your paper different. So today I'm going to be showing you with the pool party. All the dimensions are already on the blog. So this is just the assembly and how to use that gold foil. Okay. The gold leafing. All right, there we go. The next layer is that black painted texture 3D embossing folder is what I've done on this layer here. And the thing is when you do this layer, there is really no wrong or right side. I mean, it's kind of your choice on how you decide to put that down. I can honestly tell you that I don't. Oh, geez, see, I almost screwed up. I was getting ahead of myself. I need to put that. This is called the Fine Art Ribbon, and I'm going to take 2 pieces of this. See, I got talking and not paying attention. Imagine that. Alright, so I'm going to take 2 of these pieces, and I'm glad I stopped myself because I can still recover this card, which is one of those good things that if you can catch your mistake before you've completely finished it off, then that's a good thing. Alright, so I'm going to grab a piece of tape over here. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to pull these pieces up. That was a long piece of tape, but not long enough. Which figures. Alright, now doing that, I can kind of flip this over and adjust accordingly. I'm going to lay this piece down, and if that glue dries, that is okay. Because we can always apply another layer of glue. I'm going to move this over a little bit more. So you're just taking Scotch tape and sticking that down. All right, so there we are. So now I'm going to reapply glue because I know that glue is pretty dry there. Okay, and I really want to go over those pieces that have the ribbon on it. All right, now you can apply this down. Okay, so we've just taken 2 pieces of the gold what did I call that stuff again? It is called the Fine Art Ribbon, which is a part of this suite of product. It comes with this art gallery stamp set, the dies. I have some of the stamp sets already stuck to my blocks. I have one of the little sentiment pieces. It's one of these same little pieces, just longer for our longer words. We're going to be using that. Also, the gold leafing is a part of this suite, which is, where did I put that? I have the jar of it, but I put it in a different container so it's easier for me to shake onto my stuff. And now, where the heck did I put it? Oh, here it is. It comes in a big jar. You get a lot of this stuff. So there is the gilded leafing. Also the 3D painted textures, 3D embossing folder is part of that suite, along with this gorgeous paper. I've cut it and chopped it up, so that's why you see different pieces in here. But this is called the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. And along with this here. So that I've just taken enough to just wrap around and tape. I don't waste it by taking a whole piece of it. All right, my next piece is my gold, along with another piece. So see, that's double-sided. You can see that side is extremely, oh, gorgeous. Look at those colors in there. You've got your Night of Navy, your Bumblebee, along with, I think that's either terracotta tile, which is what I've used on this. This is terracotta here. But I'm going to use this side. That's going to go there. And then I have a little piece of gold foil that I'm going to cut out and use a die on. But first, we need to come in here with this piece. This is going to be our focal image. We need to grab our Stays On ink. We're going to stamp. We're going to stamp the leaf. I love it when I open up my Stays On stamp pad. It smells almost like an almond. I don't know. I think it's an almond scent. I just absolutely love the smell of Stays On. Might think I'm crazy, but I like it. I could sit there and smell that stuff all day long. All right, there's that. Now we're going to come in with our our flower head. That I'm going to wash this off really quick because it looks like there's something on there. I'm going to come with the fuller flower head. And again, come in, grab some of that ink that Stays On. Get it good and soupy. I'm going to pick this up because that's going to make a lot of noise clacking that on there. Okay. This is going to give this an excellent image. As you can see, hold on, before this dries, let me stamp this on here first. And this does dry a wee bit faster. All right, see, and it's pretty sticky. As you can see, it's pulling my paper, but that's okay. So if we were to use Memento, see how this is so much lighter in color, but the Stays On is very predominant and very, it's more of a crisp image. All right, so we're going to let that kind of air out for a few minutes. Let me go ahead and get my sentiment piece done. So I'm going to grab that little piece that I had there. I think this is almost too bright. It's really glaring off there. Again, I'm using our Stays On since it does exactly what it says. It stays on. So the reason why I'm going to put that on here is so, since this is more of a glossy texture, that way if I was to use Memento, it would never dry. It would always smear, because that's I believe it's no, it's not water-based. I thought maybe it was water-based. It is water-based, so that's why that's going to slide. This is not. This is archival ink. All right, so let me grab out my baby emboss here, which I'm going to have to move this light because I have the light attached to that. All right, I'm going to take this, move that, bring in our baby boss, which it's our mini. And grab, where did I put those? I just had my cutting plates out. Oh, there they are. I set all my ink pads on them, so I didn't even know that I had those hidden. Okay, put our 1, 2, and then we're gonna grab this. We're gonna stick our sentiment piece on there. I'm gonna grab just a tiny little piece of that tape, but I'm gonna stick it to my hand first, just to kind of grab some of the oils from my skin so I don't wind up tearing my paper. I'm going to align this so it holds that in place, and then I'm going to run this through. Okay, let's shut this. Pull off our tape. I just stick that tape to the top piece of, or the handle of my embosser, my mini emboss. All right, there is our sentiment. This is going to get applied to here when I am done, so I'm going to set that over with our card. Now I think this is probably pretty dry. I'm going to grab, we don't sell this anymore, but it's okay. You don't have to have this. I just use it because I like the effects of it. So I'm just going to lightly kind of rub that over the top of that, just so there's no sticky left to that. You could also take like a pantyhose stocking. You can make your own with cornstarch. That works as well. We're going to grab our Versamark, and we're going to also grab the, where did I put that? I need my heat and stick powder, which is here. And we're going to heat and stick. Okay, I'm going to lay this over the top of this, just like that. Okay, make sure we close this before we start messing with our powder. Now I'm going to grab the heat and stick powder. I'm going to just pour that over that Versamark. All right, see how you can see that powder there? That's exactly what we want. Then I'm going to grab, make sure you have a piece of paper under what you're embossing so you can pour all your excess back in here, because you don't want to waste this stuff. Now when we come in with our heat tool, we're going to be kind of quick with this. We want it to only change from powder to a clear glossy shine, and you want to do it quick so it does not lose any of that sticky effect. So just like that, you're just going to be very quick with it, and you'll see it change to where it looks almost like a wet paint. Not sure if you can see that shine on there. Now we're going to grab our foil, or I guess it's not foil, our leafing, our gilded leafing, and I just grab this stuff and I just start pulling it onto my sheet. And because of that heat and stick, this is going to stick to all those sticky pieces. And I will give you a little bit of a warning. Don't have fans on, especially us here in Arizona. We always have fans on. And if that is the case, this stuff will go everywhere. And I'm not joking at all. That's not a overstatement. This stuff is crazy. Now I'm just going to kind of get all that excess off, kind of go in at a couple different angles. You can use a toothbrush, a old Stipples brush that you might have, something that has a more coarser brush head to it. This one isn't a makeup brush that I've had, but I just come in kind of at an angle where it kind of scratches at that to get all that excess off, because you don't want somebody opening up this card and having a bunch of gold foil fall on them. And then kind of just brush all that excess off. Okay. Put the lid back on that so we don't get any more everywhere like we already have. Okay, I'm going to dump this off. Now look at how beautiful that is. Does that not just add a whole different dimension to that flower? All right, now this is going to get adhered to our gold after I get the goopy off the end of my glue. Okay, now this is going to get put on here. Just like that. And it's going to slip and slide because, again, that gold foil sheet is a little on the slippery side. So that is one good thing with using multi-purpose glue, with attaching your focal piece to that, is you definitely have some wiggle room to make sure that piece is straight on there, because your glue will give you some wiggle room, I guess you would say. All right, that's going to sit there. Then we're going to come in with some, I just kind of like to give it a good squish on the back there. While I let that glue dry for a minute, I am going to come in with my inside piece, which is also I didn't cut my pieces for the inside of this, so I'm going to cut these at 1/4 inch, so just kind of a little thin strip. I'm going to need 2 of those. Two 1/4 inch strips. There we go. Now I am going to adhere those to the inside of my card bottom. Just like that. I'm going to line up the one side, and since I have it a little bit longer, that's fine, because then I can cut that off. Alright, I'm going to grab this piece and do the same thing, leaving just a little bit of space in between there, just like that, leaving about 1/4 of an inch, or 1/8 of an inch actually, or no, it's probably about 1/4 of an inch. I got some glue over here, so I'm just gonna touch my finger on that so I don't goop my scissors all up. Okay, and then cut those off. Okay, there we go, that's better. All right, now let's put this on the inside of our card. So again, look at that other side of that paper, just beautiful. This is going to be one of those papers that I will tell you, don't only buy one pack. You have to buy 2. You are going to love this paper and you're going to use the heck out of it. And you're going to be upset if you only buy, ooh, I have a piece of glue on there. You're going to be upset if you only buy one, because then you're going to go to make a card and you're not going to have enough of the one paper. This is just a rubber. We don't sell this at Stampin' Up, but you can get these at normally any craft store, but it's a glue remover. So when you get a little gooby like that, it just takes that right off of there. It, like, the glue attaches to it and comes right off. So that's the inside of our card. All right, let's get the rest of this put together. So we're going to use some dimensionals, and we're going to need mini dimensionals. And don't ever forget that just if you take all your dimensionals out, you can cut these and use the rest of these outside. Don't ever throw that away. That is still very usable. And I've had the question that people ask, how do I know if I've removed my sticky backs on here? Well, this kind of has a matte finish to it, but once you pull those off, you're going to have a glossy finish to each one of your things to kind of know. Or you can just kind of touch it just lightly and see that, okay, that's pretty tacky, to know that that has been removed. So we're just going to line this up just like that. Oh, I think that is just so beautiful. I'm loving these cards. All right, now we're going to take that congratulations, put a couple of mini dimensionals on it, because a big one would be way too big to fit in the center of that, or along the outsides of that. All right, these are small enough. I can just take what little bit of a fingernail that I have and pull those off. All right, now this is going to kind of pretty much line up on our edges, not quite, but I'm going to move it up because I want it kind of covering a wee bit of that stem, just like that. All right, get our little mini dimensional backing off of there. There you go. What do you think of that? Okay, we are not finished. We don't need to, but I think a card is not complete without a little bit of bling. So these are called our Gilded gems. So I'm going to grab, what I'm going to do, we're going to take a big one and put it down over here. Then I'm going to grab a medium one, and I'm going to put it up over here. Then I'm going to grab one of the small ones. It looks like I need to order some more of these and put it right over here. All right. So we know that, or have been told, that for adding gems or any kind of bling, we should do it in odd numbers, just because the eye is drawn to the odd number of gems we have on our thing. I mean, you can put as many on there as you want, but just for the eye appeal, they say that you should do it in odd numbers. So that's why we have 3 on there. So what do you guys think? Is that not beautiful? I wanted to show you quickly how this is put together. Because it says congratulations, I don't know if I have something that I would put in there. Maybe thinking of you, I don't know. But I can decide that at any time. I can come in there when I know who the recipient this card is going to and know the reason why I'm congratulating them. Then I can go ahead and pop my, you know, inside sentiment inside of there. But yeah, I just think that is so beautiful. That gold leafing does so much. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys recreate this card. Please use me as your demonstrator if you have any questions. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for all your needs. And there's a button over there on that right hand column that has the shop now. All of my catalogs are linked below, and on the right column you can follow me by email. I would really appreciate that. So every time I make one of these cards, it will then go to your email and you will be able to see all my upcoming fun and fabulous cards that I am creating for you. I am on a roll with this set, so you will see plenty of other cards coming out with this art gallery. All right, you guys, have a great week.